let's pot up this large barrel pot in 5 simple steps. Our goal is to create a planter that looks full, will eventually be overflowing, and will provide us with flowers all season long. Step 1. Measure the bottom of your bucket and drop in a Magnum Moist liner that fits snugly. The liner prevents water from passing directly through the container, giving the plants more opportunities to drink and leading to more flowers and long-lived plants. Step 2. If you're using a relatively deep container, fill the bottom with empty cans or organic material like leaves. Filling a container with soil can quickly become more expensive than the plants on top of it. So if you have a large container to fill, don't hesitate to add some random volume to the bottom. I've also pre-soaked my soil. Dry soil needs some initial encouragement to soak up water. I forgot to flip the barrow during the storm last night, so I'll just dump the dirt in here. Step 3. Cover that with dirt until you get within a few inches of the top of your container. Step 4. Choose and arrange your plants. This container will be sitting in front of my house, so with that in mind, I'm going to place a tall spikegrass as my stand-up accent. The spikegrass prefers drier soil than all the other plants I'm planting, so I'll need to be mindful of that when I'm watering. Toward the front, but slightly off center, I'm going to be adding a beautiful Calibrachoa, and to the right of that, a snappy yellow snapdragon. A viola, which will do great in this cooler weather while the later blooming flowers get their engines going. And a low spreading alyssum to grow into an overflowing carpet. In the middle, I'm adding a dianthus. It hasn't begun to bloom yet, but will soon make its contribution known. Eventually I come back and add another snapdragon. This is a large pot, and it could honestly do with even more flowers than this. It all depends on what kind of container you want. Do you want one that begins in its full glory, needing constant fertilizer applications to last the whole season? Or do you want one that is young, still growing, but will eventually cover the pot, and one that is diverse and will see the cold-loving crops flourish at first, followed by the hot shots, and maybe even back to the coldies in the fall? One of the greatest joys in gardening is every day coming out and seeing what is flourishing in the current environment. Gardening is dynamic and always changing. And now, after you finish listening to my horticultural homily, you can move on to step 5, which is to continue to fill in soil around each of your plugs. If my soil wasn't already sopping wet, I'd also give the pot a good soaking. Instead, I'll snap a pic for the gram.